think we,
Wait for Kate.
it's an open meeting. We don't usually close the door on open meetings, but,
Gentlemen, I thought that his talk might have been.
oh,
It might be picked up by the camera.
sorry, sir.
Screen.
Let's see if they are done.
Yeah, she's taking care of it.
Okay. All right.
Don't hear any noise.
I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Lebanon County Prison Board for September 15th. And we'll begin by asking for approval of our minutes as been distributed from August 18th.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any additions, deletions, or corrections?
We
No.
apologize, the medical packet was not included in this month. We can get you that information at a later date.
Maybe that apology will show up in the meeting minutes for
Oh, I'm
next
sorry,
week.
I got ahead of myself, Commissioner.
You did. So the approval of these minutes, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved. Thank you. Now we'll go to the reports of our departments.
So
Proceed.
again, I'd like to apologize, the medical packet was not included, we can have it to you by the end of the week, or we can have it to you for the, next prison board meeting. We'd like to update the prison board, we do have 2 individuals that are COVID positive within the facility currently. We have blocked 1 on COVID mitigation protocols following our prime care medical provider's guidance in quarantining them. So for a 2-week period, they will not be eligible for visits as we try and reduce the mitigation of the COVID. Since our last prison board, we had a COVID clinic vaccination. 19 inmates and 1 staff member were vaccinated. The prison also reports that Michelle Golomboski, she will be starting September 23rd as the new director of nursing through Prime Care, and Kevin France is our
Health Service Administrator, HSA.
So those are some changes that have been going on within Prime Care within our facility. I also wanted to acknowledge and thank Secretary of Corrections John Wetzel for all his services and mentorship he's provided to the Lebanon County Prison. As you're aware, he started here, boots to the ground, many years ago as he climbed through his rankings to become the Secretary of Corrections, and he's retiring as of October 1st. But I would feel not good about not thanking him for all the services he provided our staff and our facility and the county through the years in his different roles in his career.
Yeah, he's given a lot of good advice to wardens over the years, and also appeared many times at many venues in Lebanon County. So that's a good thing to remember.
Thank you. And then lastly, I'd just like to update the prison board. We talked about GTL and the tablets. The go live date was supposed to be on the 14th. There were some issues with the integration of OMS into the tablets. They have since worked that problem out, and they're on site right now facilitating the transition of the education for both the incarcerated population and our staff about the tablets and how they're going to be used. Some of the community may have had trouble logging on to the www.gettingout.com to be able to set up the account, and that was due to the OMS integration. That, I am told, has been corrected, so families should be able to set up the accounts for their family that's incarcerated to be able to start using the tablet as of today.
So go live is today.
Go live is today.
Okay. Michael, any department reports beyond what we got in our packets?
I have nothing to add, Commissioners, unless there's any questions of me.
Okay. We didn't ask for public comment, but anything from the... Yes, sir, do you have a public comment you'd like to make?
Oh, I'm John Rose. I'm with the NAACP, And no, I'm just attending here, and I apologize for being late.
Okay, all right, very good. Any questions from the press? Any commissioners, anything from the floor?
No, I think your report was well done, and the minutes are well done, and I have no questions. Look forward to seeing the medical. Sometimes we have reporters give us a call and want to know something, and it's easy to refer them to you, but sometimes it's an easy answer instead of bothering you, so.
Yes, we apologize, and we'll get that to you
That's
before the
all
end of
right.
the week. Thank you for your patience.
And for the minutes, would you like to?
Yes, this is Rebecca Davis. She's the Deputy Warden of Treatment. She would normally be present during our meetings on site. I will not be in attendance next month, so we just wanted to bring her, introduce her, so she can kind of understand how the prison board runs and rolls and what to expect. And then also present, we have Kelly Eric. She's the Vice President of Prime Care. Tom Weber wasn't able to make it, and so she is here in his place.
Okay.
I think it's important to note, and we're all aware of it, but it doesn't hurt to mention it again. The dedication that Prime Care has to, and of course they have most of the prisons, I guess, in Pennsylvania, but it's just been such a godsend, and to know that they're taking care of the medical. It's not something that any longer falls on us. So, and just like the fact that someone else comes if he can't be here, I think that's worthy of note.
Well, we appreciate your kind words, and we have a great relationship with, not only you guys, but the administration at the jail, and we work very, very hard, hand in hand to make sure that things run smoothly and effectively for everyone.
Thank you.
Your comment has triggered a question, so.
Yeah, I have a question. Tina, this has been on my mind, like right before I walked in this morning, it said the last 3 days we've had like 71 new positive cases in Lebanon County. That's huge. I mean, we should have less than 5 to be going the other way. And so my thoughts and prayers are obviously with everyone in the county and across the state and nation, but especially like the prison guards. They work so hard. They're so dedicated. God forbid there's an outbreak. I know that there's a percentage that are not vaccinated. What is our backup plan because of the stress with like double shifts and overtime and things like that? We've been trying to write that, but a real bad outbreak could really put us in a spin. And I was wondering, what is our plan if something like that, God forbid, would happen?
Well, what we have on our side is we have Prime Care, and Prime Care helps us mitigate, we educate. Obviously, it's an individual choice to be vaccinated or not. As an administrator of the county facility, I understand the push for vaccinations for individuals, especially working in our kind of environments, but even as you're seeing at the state level, the union is pushing back. There's an individual choice. I'm more worried about losing staff because maybe they're not buying in for whatever person, religious purposes, whatever reason they're not buying into the vaccine. I'm more worried about losing staff because they're being forced to do something that they don't feel they should have to do in order to continue running the prison. Our immediate plan is, and I just had a brief conversation with a county administrator just in a brief text, if our prison keeps providing positive test results, we are going to stop running operations. We're going to go back off of all the programming. We're going to go back to not doing the visits, etc. But because of the recommendations of Prime Care, we're really trying to mitigate it. If we have a staffing issue, then there is a plan. I'd rather not publicly share the plan for security protocol and operational reasons, but we're always trying to think of what's going to happen next, and that's what I can assure the commissioners, that we will have a plan of action. It's just not one that I prefer to share publicly.
Okay, maybe we can talk sometime
Yes,
one-on-one.
yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
I also came in late and I apologize. Parking is a bit of a issue out in the parking lot today. Did you go over numbers for COVID in the jail?
2.
Right, currently we have 2 positives. We do have a general population unit that is shut down. We removed the 2 individuals. They're going to go through a 14-day COVID medical quarantine process, which means no visits for a period of time, no movement except if it's to video court or a medical nature. So we have protocols that we're monitoring taking place, but yes, we have two, I believe, we may have one officer that is home with COVID at this time.
And just to piggyback off of Commissioner Litz's question in a little bit of a different angle, in terms of correctional officer staffing, in terms of what your complement should be and where you're at, where is that? Because, you know, as all of the businesses reopen, there's so many, everybody's looking for help, and a lot of organizations, I'm sure the county even, is struggling to find workers. How is the jail doing?
We're hiring.
Before you answer that, I just wanted to caution you that we may not want to disclose numbers.
Agreed. We're hiring. We have open positions. We have an academy starting on the 20th with maybe 3 people. We're waiting, you know, to come forward with, you know, different ways of looking to draw more people into it for a career. All we can do is be honest about what the profession holds. It is a profession. I'm glad that you pointed out, you know, guard, no disrespect to Commissioner Litz, that's an old school term. Like, correctional officers are called correctional officers for a reason, because they're asked to be hired and be a professional and help correct the population that we have. So we're hiring, we're looking for openings, we staff appropriately. That's what I feel safe and okay saying, we staff appropriately.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I would like to piggyback on that, Tina, that you always give me a feeling of confidence in what is happening at our prison, and I appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
Month after month.
Thank you, and I'm very lucky to have the support of my administration and Prime Care and the correctional staff. It's hard on them, but they're buying into the direction that we want to continue to keep going, and that's what's important. Even having some of the advocacy groups, you know, step up and want to have conversation and dialogue, they're offering support, which is much needed, especially in a time in the community of the world where there's so much negativity, and people are always trying to point out the sourness or the badness. Our staff is working very hard, and they're trying to be very diligent, including the administration and what they're doing. So I appreciate you noticing that.
Nothing else from the floor. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, thank you. We stand adjourned. 3 is fine.
Are you representing or just here for yourself?